Good evening, and welcome back to the One Celtic Fans View this evening. I hope you're all doing well this evening. I was just looking at the earlier Champions League result. I see that Club Bruges were beaten on aggregate 7-4 in the Champions League. Their away fans had a fair old time of it. I seen the tail end of the game against Atletico Madrid on Spanish TV. It's funny how the Spanish television has Champions League game on good old fashioned terrestrial telly. It is interesting, that one. They don't have it on pay-per-view channels. They have it on terrestrial telly, but anyway. That's enough of that nonsense. Good evening to Stephen Johnson. Celtic have blown any chance of winning the league, says Doogie. The happy clappers out in force. Let's not go down that divisive route of calling people happy clappers, and there's enough nonsense like that on other channels, mate, where certain podcasters have had to say that they're no longer part of the Celtic fans collective. Let's not try and make this as bad as some of the things that I've seen online in the last half hour, please. But anyway, Austin Trusty has been banned for 3 games. He has been banned for 3 games. So what does that say for the Celtic team? It puts the squad in a perilous position going into the next 3 games, to say the least, because Austin Trusty not only misses out. Now, this is league games, remember. He is available for. He will be available for the Scottish Cup at Ibrox. So it's 3 league games. Or is he available? Is it? Does it include? It's just league games, isn't it? So he's going to miss Rangers. He's going to miss Aberdeen, and then he's going to miss Motherwell next month. That takes us up to the 14th of March that we will be without Austin Trusty. Um, which I think is a bit of a difficult task, if I'm honest. When you look at the squad, especially because okay, we can bring in Benjamin Arthur. He looks like a bit of a player, but does he have the top level experience to win a league? That is where the big question mark is. And then all you're left with is Dane Murray. It's not the best of situations because you've only got Dane Murray. Think about this, right? We've only got Dane Murray to cover Liam Scales and Benjamin Arthur. A lot of folks saying, thank goodness he won't be missed. But if Liam Scales then gets injured or booked or sent off and misses a couple of games at the same time, it means that you're left with Dane Murray and Benjamin Arthur at the back to try and win the league. I'm just going to post some of these comments because I think it's Trusty's silliness cost us 5 points. I don't really. I'm more worried about the situation going forward. You know, I mean, people can slag off the player all you want, but the reality is, um, we need goals, not defendants. Mate, we've no defenders. That's that is the situation. Some people don't get it. I mean, this is who we're left with. When you look at the fact that Cameron Carter-Vickers is injured, Alistair Johnston out injured. Do you know, Trusty's out for 3 games. bring in Benjamin Arthur. I fully expect Scales to get a booking and to get sent off before the end of the season. I expect Scales to get sent off in the next couple of games. It's just the way that he plays. And that would leave us with Benjamin Arthur and Dane Murray. And a lot of Celtic fans hate Dane Murray. Absolutely detest the young boy, and I feel sorry for him. Dane Murray is pish. That's all you've got, mate. That's the reality of the situation. You know, I'm not coming on just to wind you up. That's I can see Celtic at one point having to play Benjamin Arthur and Dane Murray at the back. Hi Baz, do you think the new manager is watching us? No, no, because I don't think that Celtic are anywhere near deciding. And you're only going to be watching Celtic if you've had an initial call. Because other than that, you're not giving a shit. Don't know. Big Lathard will be fine for us. Oh, Trusty was awful last week. I think he will be fine for us. Going to resort to Tierney in centre. Scales will get sent off Sunday against them, Baz. That's my fear. But, you know, people say it'd be negative when it's just a case of realism of the facts that are laying before us. And the facts are that we only have 3 centre backs now to see us out the next 3 games. And it's one centre back that doesn't have the experience of a derby. Dane Murray has experience of them in B team. Throwing Benjamin Arthur into a derby match is never a great idea. Do you know, he can look good for coming on for 10, 15 minutes in a game. When was Scales last sent off? It's not about when he was last sent off. It's about the way that the referees are playing the game. And Liam Scales has been close to the mark a couple of times. He's had a couple of bookings, and they bookings are bound to be totting up. They're bound to be totting up. 10 league games left, 1 cup game, 1 Scottish Cup game. How many of those games can you see us winning? Really, says James. I have no idea. And I'm not going to speculate because some Celtic fans think that even with that back 3 over the next 3 games, we will win the next 3 games. And it'll be the same people that will come on and it'll be the same people that come on and say, Scales is pish, Benjamin Arthur's pish, Dane Murray's pish, everyone's pish, the fucking season's shite, fucking oof. But it's the same ones that are saying that, you know, that Trusty won't be missed. It was fair enough, everyone's got their opinion, but I think that it isn't easy going forward, and there's no way that's going to be easy. Anyway, Martin O'Neill spoke to Celtic TV tonight, and Martin O'Neill had a quick 2-minute interview on YouTube. You can sign up, get the full interview by paying for Celtic TV. Stick it up your arse, Celtic. You're not getting another penny for me. Martin O'Neill said that before heading to Germany, he felt that the game last week was disappointing. It wasn't a 4-1 defeat, he felt. It didn't look like a 4-1 game. It didn't feel like a 4-1 game. But Ralston. Brian, I'm sure you called for Ralston to never play for Celtic again, mate. But Martin O'Neill said, going to Stuttgart, he said, look, let's go for it. Let's just go for it. So Martin O'Neill will play his strongest team. It's looking like Martin O'Neill wants to play his strongest team against Stuttgart in Germany. Martin O'Neill says you don't want to throw things away, so we go, we compete, and we have a look at it. The result at Ibrox will be important, but if that result comes with a great performance, then it's terrific. You know, when we're talking about the Stuttgart game, that's the most important game to Celtic because it is the next game. Celtic will fly out to Germany tomorrow, and it's going to be something else. Do you still have do you still have faith in the league? Looks like our chances are slim now. If we don't win, I would rather Hearts or Motherwell win. We are abysmal and can't score. The chances, in my opinion, um, facts is facts. I think that I've been crying out for weeks that we aren't scoring enough goals and that the table didn't lie. And I said that we needed to win a couple of games 3 nil, 4 nil, and it's just not happened. The exact opposite has happened. So um, I'm not convinced that Celtic will win the league. If we do, it would be the turnaround of all. But you get a feeling, you know, you get a feeling, and you know that it's going to be hard. But can we do it? Martin wants to leave. He met with the board. He wants to leave, said Red Rover. Martin's not away. Stop spreading bullshit. Honestly, some people just come on and talk absolute nonsense. Oh, it's, mate, I'm looking back some of your comments and under the Celtic Hearts watch along, you said we should have kept Martin O'Neill. We're a joke. Mad how a year ago we were beating Leipzig to this. Is Ralston still on the park? That's all your comments, mate. So I don't think that Martin O'Neill is away. So yeah, it's great. I can see how everyone's comments going way back on this. Sack Rogers. Sack Brendan. Anyway, we move on. Do you think the Celtic can win the league? Tell me in the comment section. We'll make it all about the comments tonight. I always said sending Welsh to Motherwell was a mistake. How is it a mistake? We didn't send him to Motherwell. He asked to get away so he could play football. People have really vague memories of stuff and they just make stuff up. Stephen Welsh asked to get away at the beginning of the season because Stephen Welsh didn't want to sit on the bench all season and wait for somebody to get sent off and wait for somebody to get a booking so that he could play 3 games. I think it's the best thing that could have happened for Stephen Welsh's career. And I just hope that Stephen Welsh gets the move in the summer that he thoroughly deserves. You know? I don't know why people are worried about Sevco. They're worse than us. It's not Sevco I'm worried about. It's Hearts. I've been saying it for over a month. It's in Hearts' hand. Martin O'Neill said it over a month ago. It's Hearts League to throw away. It's still Hearts League to throw away. Um, yeah, he's gone to Stuttgart. He's not gone to Stuttgart yet. He's gone tomorrow. He's gone tomorrow. I'm not surprised that our appeal was overturned. I think we just get on with it, don't we? Martin's gone out to Germany for the game. He'll be raging if it isn't the reserve. Oh, Stephen says he'll be raging if it isn't the reserve team on Thursday. It's not the Martin O'Neill way, is it? To play. Um, it's not his style. Martin O'Neill would rather go out all guns blazing in the Europa. And let's face it, next season, if and it is just if at this case, but if we do finish third, if we do finish in third position, you do realise that we're going to be in the Conference Cup, where there is no money whatsoever. So people saying we need to spend the cash. Now is the time that Celtic won't spend the cash. Tonight's video before even Austin Trusty was. I need to take that off the screen because it's fucking right in the way, isn't it? So I took that off. Um, Even before tonight's video, I changed the title due to the fact that Trusty was banned for 3 games. When looking to next season, unless we win the league, we're going to be struggling financially. And I think it's going to be a lot worse than the Ronnie Dyla years. We can't play a weekend team on Thursday. We will get embarrassed if we do, especially when you see the score lines in some of the European games tonight. Club Bruges 4-7. They got beat 4-1 on the night, and they were beaten 7-4 on aggregate. These games have started, so let's get in some of the. I mean, the interesting game to watch would be the Bodo Glint game. Inter Bodo Glint. That would be the interesting one to watch, because Bodo Glint, obviously a team that are still, they're on their winter break, aren't they? But just like them to get through against Inter. Seamus has given us super chat. Through and through. However, we don't even look like a conference competitor right now. That'll all change in the summer, mate. I think that whoever comes in as manager in the summer has got a. If Celtic fans think it's bad just now, I've said this before, and people saying I'm being negative. If you think it's negative just now, I mean, we sat and did the video last night about all the players that could potentially, 14, 15 players could leave Celtic from this current squad in the summer. That's in players on loan and players that are out of contract, and players that want away and could be sold. 3 players that you'll get money for. Rio Hatate, you'll get a little bit of cash for him, about 5 million for Rio Hatate. You'll get around about 10 million for Daisen Maeda. And then let's just hope that nobody comes in for Tenecti, because I think that he could be one of our star players. But the issue is, if we do drop down, and I'm just saying if, I know there's ifs and buts, but even Martin O'Neill said tonight, he said, look, normally a game at Ibrox would be an important game. The head-to-heads used to be an important thing. Martin O'Neill says that no one is scared. No one is scared to come. And this is, it's heartbreaking to hear Martin O'Neill say this. Said that no one is scared to come to Celtic Park. No one's really scared to go to Ibrox. And that's the difference. Teams can take points off each other between now and the end of the league, but there's a team that's consistent. And they might not be playing well. When people could come on and say Hearts are playing shite, Hearts are shite. Hearts have got consistency. Hearts have got consistency, and consistency and hard work. Consistency and hard work beats talent all day long. It beats talent that doesn't turn up all day long. If you can have the best squad, as Celtic do have on paper, we've got the best squad, the most expensive squad, and if you don't use that squad, and if players don't play to the performance levels that we know that we can, a team like Hearts can come along and be consistent and just keep on working hard, winning games 1-0, winning games damn ugly, and it comes to the end of the season, they're the ones that will get the pat on the back. And Martin O'Neill even said at the start of this, before Brendan Rodgers got sacked, Martin O'Neill said himself on Talk Sport or something, he said it'd be fantastic for Scottish football if someone else, for the first time in 40 years or whatever it is. Yeah, it must be at least nearly enough 40 years since someone outside the big Glasgow 2 won the league. And it could be a momentous time for Scottish football, but it's maybe the kick up the arse that Celtic need. It's maybe the kick up the arse that Rangers need, because I mean they've came back into after their reincarnation and resurrection from the dead, that they've come back and they think that they should be strolling the league and winning trebles just like what Celtic did over the years. But the reality is now that Hearts are in a position where they've got 10 million quid stashed away in the bank. They've got a manager that's got hunger and an appetite to get one over Celtic, to prove Rangers wrong. We've got Martin O'Neill that's just coming in and happy to be here. Do you know? So we've got consistency for half an hour, then it's gone, says Paul. Yeah. Baz, when was the last time we won at Ratbox? I can't remember. 2.5 years ago, mate. 2.5 years ago, I believe, was the last time that we won at Ibrox. Yet some people think that we're going to go there this weekend and we're going to annihilate them. Not a chance. I told you, if anything, if the game that we will win will be the cup game at Ibrox, because they'll know, like their fans will, they already do. I mean, I came across, I mean, it came up on a timeline today, one of their sites, and they're in complete meltdown about the fact that their season ticket holders are in the Broomloan aren't getting a choice on whether to move around the stadium. Well, that's what happens. You know, they're totally raging, pure raging that we're getting the full Broomland. We could shut them up. The Celtic team will play better at Ibrox with 7,000 fans than it will in the league. I actually think that we play at Ibrox. I think less of our fans are less pressure for these guys, less negativity from our own. There's no negativity from the away fans when you're at Ibrox, because the fans will be right up for it. So you're saying we're due a win? I don't think that this team could win anything just now. My own personal opinion. The Bodo Glimt squad cost 22 millions to assemble two Arnie Engels. And Bodo Glimt are in the Champions League tonight. But as the Huns have spent 40 million, yeah, that's this year. There isn't a kick up the arse for Celtic. How often has this happened since O'Neill's first time? Says Jamie. Happened under Gordon Strachan. We then brought in Tony Mowbray. That didn't work out. We then brought in Neil Lennon. He had a bit of success. We then brought in Ronnie Dyler as a step backwards, because we didn't have Champions League money. So Ronnie Dyler was brought in to steady the ship. Anyone could have won the league during those years. Do you know, when Ronnie Dyler was brought in, any one of us could have managed Celtic during those years and won the league. Let's be honest. Especially when the finances that Celtic were thrown at in wages at the time. Do you know, they had amassed a squad of players that were there before Ronnie came in, so he kind of steadied the ship, brought in Callum McGregor, such like, introduced them more. But after that, we then brought in Brendan to up the game a bit. And then when Brendan left, we brought back Neil Lennon. and you could say that the COVID year was a big year of disappointment. With it's similar to this. The similarities between the COVID year and this year are unbelievable. You've got a number of players that wanted away. Neil Lennon's confirmed this. There was a number of players that wanted to leave Celtic that year, and because of COVID and cross-border travel and all that shit, players couldn't get the transfers that they wanted. Players couldn't get the transfers they wanted. It's the same as this season. Martin O'Neill comes in October and says, "Oh yeah, Dyson was wanting away, didn't you know? He was wanting to go to Wolfsburg. The deal was almost done. He had his locker unpacked and he was away, but it fell through because Celtic couldn't get someone else in." And then Rio Hitate's been wanting away for years, but nobody's putting a decent bid in for him. Oh, we did put one. There was one team putting a bid for him, but Celtic rejected it early in the transfer window. It's 10 million, remember. And nobody came back in for him after that. But as I think the way that it's sold, with the solid away support, we're not afraid to sing and cheer the team. We may have a chance. With the Green Brigade not being at home, it affects the team. I think that they will fear us at Ibrox with 7,000 fans there. They will hate it. They're hating the fact that we're having to give up their season tickets for the game. And I think that it'll be the cup game that will win. I think we can get a draw at Ibrox this weekend after the excruciating game on Thursday evening. And I think that the cup game will be the one that will win. And we'll win. I think we'll win it easily with 7,000 fans behind us. And they'll leave with around about they'll leave with around about 10 minutes to go. They'll start emptying Ibrox because they're sick of the Celtic fans singing. Phone the ticket office today asking about cup ticket criteria. It's like phoning the doctor's surgery, cheeky barsters. That'll go to a ballot, mate, and you'll not. I don't think there'll be any criteria for that. It'll go to a ballot like the way that it used to. Um, if we can't win this weekend, just don't want Rangers to win. Bad idea to hold on to a player who wants away, says Guitar Man. Tell that to the Celtic board who allowed the deal to fall through for Dyson Maeda. You know, they've never been asked about that. It's another thing that nobody's, you know, no wonder no one's coming for Rio. His crap. Maybe we should have took that money that we were offered for him early in the transfer. Maeda and Hattad are not interested in playing for Celtic. Yeah, we know that. But anyway, the super chats I missed out. Danny Cassie, and I got the one for Seamus. We're not even conference competitor right now. There is, what did I do with the post actually? Let me just see if I can find that again. A lot of people are bringing up an incident with a Rangers player, the exact same kind of thing. It's not really the exact same kind of thing because Arne Engels, he doesn't really hit Arne Engels as hard. That is similar, isn't it? Wait till I show you this. This is similar. There was no red card for violent conduct on this one, but how similar is this to the Austin Trusty red card and the 3-game ban? It's almost a carbon copy, isn't it? That's what you're up against this weekend. There is no difference between that and Austin Trustees, is there? Let me jump into the comments with that one. Danny Cassie likes we real. There is no difference between that and the red card. It's not similar at all. He's a card carrying member of the Larkhill Loyal. The offence is similar. Let's just talk about the offence and forget the referee. But anyway, that is that. So that is what we're going to be up against this weekend, which is shouldn't really surprise us at all. And that's been retweeted quite a lot of times. I don't know why folk are getting weird about it, but has Snoop Dogg bought into Swansea? Seriously? This has just came up on. Ah, you're joking, man. This is before the Swansea game. I know it's nothing to do with Celtic, but it's Snoop Dogg being welcomed by the Swansea fans. Football's gone mad, man. Honestly, we're living in some alternative. Fucking not. I don't know what's going on in the world anymore. I really don't. I just. What the fuck? Oh man, right, I'm trying to find a post where. Ah, it doesn't matter. It was on the news. Snoop Dogg. Oh yeah. So I'm just catching up with something else because it's quite funny. Right, let me jump back into the cars. Baz, you sure he ain't signed for Swans Vista? Yeah. Everyone in Swansea's on the weed. They will be after that. Um, Baz, was that your attempt at reading the comments? One is all about you, Baz. A lot of people are making good comments. Mate, it's not a fucking chat show. It's not a chat show. It's not a fucking one-to-one chat show. Anyway, I think for that one, we'll just leave it tonight.